Hello, namaste, everybody, and thank you for joining us today on the Chill Palm Sounds Instagram Live. Every Wednesday, we've been featuring these wellness sessions with practitioners of all different methods. So welcome to today's session. For those of you that have not been in my session, my name is Allie, and it's really lovely to meet you. Thank you for being here. I've been a wellness practitioner for almost 18 years now, straddling the worlds of yoga, meditation, therapy, as a clinical therapist, and also in executive coaching. So I kind of combine all the worlds of mind, body, spirit into a very holistic practice that I bring today. That said, you don't need a lot for this practice, just a clean, clear space and perhaps a pillow. I like to sit up on a pillow, especially for some of the seated postures, or when we end lying down in Shavasana, the pillow can be really nice under your knees as a support for your low back. All right. So all that being said, let's go ahead and get started in a comfortable cross-legged seat. Prop yourself up on your pillow if you need a little extra lift. And if you don't have one, that's totally fine too. So we're actually going to start taking both hands, crossing whichever hand over the heart. So I'm taking my right hand right onto the chest and then left hand right on top of that hand. I want you to soften your elbows here. You might even just kind of like wiggle a little bit. Sometimes we don't even realize that we're holding a lot of tension. Just give yourself a little wiggle jiggle so you can really sort of find your body and land, right? Truly land in your seat, moving from wherever you've been this morning or this afternoon to right now. So hand on heart, gently close your eyes. And I want you to lengthen your spine upwards. So imagine that you're lifting your heart up into your hands. You're lifting your chin level with the floor. And you're reaching the crown of the head up as if you were wearing something on the crown, holding it up. The elbows soften. The seat pressing downward, feeling that sense of rooting and grounding as you extend the spine, lift the chest, and then soften the space right in between your eyebrows. And let that softening just happen all along the face. Any lines in the forehead, around the eyes, around the cheeks. Relax your jaw. You can even move your mouth around a few times. Opening, closing the mouth, puckering up your lips, swallowing a couple of times. And then just letting all of that go. I want you to start to take some deeper, fuller breaths all the way up into the hands. So as you inhale, lift and expand the breath up into your chest so that you can actually feel your hands lift away a little bit from the chest. A nice deep breath all the way in, all the way in. Go ahead and inhale, inhale, hold it in. Feel really expanding here, lifting up through the heart, and then opening the mouth. Sigh out your exhale. And also notice how the chest just collapses down a little bit. Give yourself a little press there. Again, inhale, breathe in, inhale bigger, inhale fuller, inhale all the way up into your chest. And then open the mouth, sigh it out. Feel how the chest gently drops down. It's like this returning back home into yourself. Do that a few more times. Find your own rhythm. If you're an experienced practitioner, you might find you can breathe in until 7, 8, even 9 or 10 counts. Really take your time there. If it's feeling challenging to extend your breath, try about 3, 4, maybe 5 counts in. And you can just count to yourself in your mind. Gives you a nice barometer of how your breath can grow. And a few more here, just noticing whatever is here, whatever is present, honor that. And be honest with whatever is here. And perhaps setting any intention in motion here, what it is that you are cultivating more of or asking for more of or moving into. Patience, softness, grounding, opening, receiving. And then let's gently lower the arms down by the sides. Point your fingertips down. So it's almost like you're making an upside down V shape here. Inhale, lift the chin, look up towards your ceiling. And then exhale, curl the chin in. And I want you to pull the belly back, the sternum inward a little bit as well. And then inhale, lift and extend. Feeling an undulation of the spine, lifting through the heart, little upper back bend. And then exhale, curl the chin in, curl the spine, pull the rib cage belly back. It's almost like a seated cat and cow. Again, we'll inhale, lifting up through the heart. Feel expansion. And exhale, a little bit of contraction here. Feel the bones pull back. And now let's add our arms. So we'll inhale, reach the arms up. Like exalted pose, looking up, reaching, spreading the fingertips wide. And as you exhale, slowly lower the arms, curl the chin in. Feel the fingertips touch the floor. Inhale, several more like this. So getting the breath aligned with your movements. Inhale, reach up. Feel a pause at the top. Lift, expand. Exhale, slowly lower the arms. Curl and tuck your chin. Stretch the back of your neck. And twice more, we'll inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. Hold at the top, feel the rib cage lift, lift, lift. And exhale, lower the arms down. And curl the chin into the chest. We got one more here. Make it a good one, big, exalted. Reach, 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 reach. And exhale, curling in. Lower the arms, curl the spine, tuck the chin inward. Now coming up into neutral spine, cup the front of your knees here with your hands. And we're gonna draw circles with the spine. So inhaling and exhaling, moving the spine around. You can use your hands to press the knees and the thighs slightly down. I feel this a lot in my lower back in a really lovely way. So if you've been sitting a lot, you might feel that nice stretch to the side of the hip and the lower back. Or if you're lifting heavy weights like I am these days, all right, to ground in, feel that strength. This also feels really nice. Let's switch the direction of the circle. So going the other way. Slow it down if you find yourself getting, a little bit dizzy. You can just take it a little slower. So it doesn't have to be fast. Letting out audible exhales if that feels right. I'm a big fan of sound and letting it out. Let's do one more circle here and then we'll wind our way up. And let's go ahead and extend our legs out straight. So bend the knees a little bit here because we're just warming up into the hamstrings. Flex your toes back. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, reach for your toes. And you might need to even bend your knees more here. Or if you've got open hammies, press the heels forward. Bend the elbows around your forehead into your knees. So just a very gentle Paschimottanasana, gentle seated forward fold. I work with some people that have such tight hamstrings, they got to bend their knees a lot, and they still feel that stretch. So you do you, okay? Again, be honest. 3 more breaths. If it feels okay, let your forehead, your temples rest toward your knees. And then let's inhale, reach the arms forward and up. And we'll exhale, hands come down to your heart. Transitioning onto all fours. If you're on a cushion or pillow, you just go ahead and set that over to the side for easy reach access later. So coming onto hands and knees, spread your hands nice and wide. Press down the hands and the heels of the hands firmly into mat. Bring your knees together here. Inhale, extend the right leg up and back. Arch the spine, look forward. Exhale, curl the knee into the chest and round. This time you want to feel like you're really zipping the navel up. Inhale, extend the leg, push down strong arms, arch forward a little bit, and then exhale, nice deep rounding, pull the knee in, step up through the center, navel lifts. Good, one more on the right side, inhale, firm into the back leg, and exhale, curl and round, pulling in, pressing down, lowering the right knee next to the left knee. Switching sides, inhale, extend your left leg, point the toes, arch the heart strong, push through the arms. Exhale, round your spine, really feel the end of the out breath. Pause there, again, twice more. We inhale, we extend, we feel the back of the leg. Exhale, we round, contracting in, emptying all the way to the end of the out breath. Good, last one, inhale. Maybe lift the leg a little higher. Feel the back of the leg strong. Exhale, curl in, draw the navel up, and pause at the end of the out breath. Lower your left knee down now, open knees wide, and extend the arms forward, sitting back into Balasana, child's. Good. Stretch and reach the hands forward as if someone was sitting or pressing on your lower back, right, in opposition to that extension. So push the seat toward the heels. Reach the arms forward. The forehead, like almost toward your hairline, is down into the earth, and you're taking really long, deep breaths into the back side of your rib cage. Good. Now again, we'll inhale, come up onto all fours here. Walk the knees in underneath the hips, and lift your hands up towards your waist. We'll inhale, lift and arch the heart up. Good. And then exhale, slowly take the hands back down. Tuck your 10 toes into the mat. Feel the balls of your feet press. As slow as you can, start to lift the knees up off of the mat. Just an inch or two, it's like a hover. So hovering there, turning on the lower belly, feeling the navel center draw in. Turn on the legs. Imagine that you were hugging a ball or a block or magic circle in between your upper inner thighs. Get 3 more deep breaths. Feel your body engage. Feel your muscles say, hello, I'm here. 1 more deep breath. And then exhale, lower the knees down, untuck the toes, sit back, Balasana, child's pose, extend the arms forward. Inhale through your nose. Audible exhale out, make some sound. Feel your own voice. It feels really good. It feels good to feel your own vibration. Now let's inhale, come back up onto the hands and the knees here. Hands and knees. Then hands up to the waist. Okay, we're gonna step the right foot forward into a low lunge. So back knee is down, hands are on the hips. And I want you to start to move a little bit in the lunge. So inhaling forward, exhaling back. And if you can extend the right leg almost towards straight. And we're just kind of massaging into our hips, some dynamic movement here. We get to know like, hey, what's happening today? You know, my hips are getting a little tighter, or, ooh, that's a new sensation I haven't felt before. You know, you really know your body. Here with presence. Let's drop it into the low lunge here and inhale, extend the arms forward and up. Take a nice deep breath in. Maybe bring the palms together. It's as if you're scooping the air up and looking up towards your thumbs. Letting the hips sit down, feeling lots of space and lift through the front of your heart. 1 more breath. Inhale. Good. Exhale, lower the hands down. Shift the hips back and step your right knee next to your left knee here. Going back to tucking the toes under, pressing down firmly through heels of hands all the way to the fingertips. Tuck and lift the knees a couple of inches and hover. Turn on your center here, right? So, drawing up, lengthening out through the back, pushing the arms down. The whole body starts to work together. 1 more breath. Good. Exhale, lower the knees down. Lift your hands back up to your hips. This time, step your left foot forward into lunge pose. And again, few breaths just to move forward and back. So inhaling into the lunge, exhaling back out of the lunge. And that might not be a totally straight left leg. It just might be a little backing up like this, right? Like a gentle hip massage. Good. Okay, let's lower down into Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Scoop the arms forward and up as if you're scooping thick air. Bring the palms together, reach the fingertips up, sit the hips down and gaze up towards your thumbs. If that's okay on your neck, you might need to just gaze forward or even move the hands a little more forward so there's not as much pressure here on the upper back. However, if you practice yoga regularly, that pressure will start to dissipate. You'll get stronger. Your neck will get stronger. Your upper back will get stronger. And this will actually feel really yummy. Okay, 1 more deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Lower the hands down. Step your left knee next to your right knee. Plant the hands back down. This time we'll tuck the toes, lift the knees all the way up and back to Adho Mukha, downward dog. So first, downward dog position, Adho Mukha Svanasana, pressing the hands forward. Bend the knees generously here, like a lot, and arch the spine. And then pull the front of the rib cage in and straighten the legs. Again, bend the knees, inhale, arch the spine. And then exhale, pull the ribs, belly in and straighten the legs. Good, 1 more like that. Inhale, bend the knees. Feel that arch, almost like a dog stretching. You've seen it. And then exhale, straighten the knees. Lower the knees back down. Bring your hands up to your hips. Again, we'll step the right foot forward into the low lunge. Okay. This time, take the back of your right forearm, place it onto your thigh with your palm facing up. Push them into one another so you really feel there's some solidity going on there. Reach your left arm forward up and then up and over to the right. So you're taking a big stretch to the whole left side of your body. Big arch there. Through the intercostal muscles, through the ribs. And paying attention to that front foot as well. So grounding down into your right heel, pushing the back of the forearm down, reaching over and breathing generously. Yeah, that's it. Good. One more deep breath here. And now exhale. Let's bring the arms back up. Lift the rib cage. Inhale. Exhale. Lower your left hand down. Take a twist. So I'm going to turn away from you here in the twist on your video. Reach and open up the right arm back. You can stay still. I really love dynamic movement with breathing, so I'm going to move the arm down as I exhale. And I'm going to inhale, reach the arm forward and up. Try that. Exhale. Arm down. So doing that a few times, opening up your shoulder, your neck. You can look down towards your left thumb if that's better for your neck. Looking up is good too. You check in. And one more here. Big spiral. And we'll lower the right hand down. This time, shift the hips back to start to straighten your right leg. Again, those that are a little tighter in the hams, bend the knee. Inhale, extend the spine. Look forward as much as you can. Pull the shoulder blades back. And then exhale, round in. Forehead towards your knee or your shin. Elbows might soften. You're here in half Hanumanasana. Ardha Hanumanasana. Half splits. That's another way of saying it. Well, you're halfway there. Inhale. And exhale. Last breath. Inhale deeply into the back of your rib cage, your lower back. And exhale. And let's go to rebend the right knee here. Tuck your back toes under. Lift the left leg up nice and strong. Turn your left heel down. Bring your right forearm up onto your right thigh and extend the left arm up into side angle pose. Okay, so the back foot is angled about 45 degrees. The toes are turned slightly in. The right hip is sitting down. You want to create a nice 90-degree angle there if you can. You're pressing the forearm down, so rather than collapsing into the shoulder, your shoulder is moving down. Reaching the left arm up and breathing. Good. Keep pressing the front of the left thigh back as if you're trying to press the knee. Right, the whole leg is like a root, a tree trunk into the earth here. One more deep breath. Good. Let's lower the left hand down. Come up onto the ball of your back foot, and we'll step the right foot back to meet the left in Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Big inhale here. Pull the ribs and the belly in as you exhale. Good. All right. Inhale, lower the knees down. Exhale, lift the hands up to the hips. This time we'll step our left foot forward, coming into a low lunge, Anjaneyasana. We're going to add in that side bend for the other side of your rib cage. So the back of the left arm comes down, palm is facing up, pressing into one another, rooting down into your front heel. Then we'll inhale, reach and extend the right arm, this time up and over, creating like a half moon shape on the side. And you'll feel that all the way down to your hip flexor, even the front of the leg. Deep breaths. If you're feeling like you're a little crunched or collapsed, you might bend the top elbow a little bit. That might give you a little more space around the inside of the neck and the ear. Good, breathe here. One more breath, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Both arms lift into low lunge. Exhale, lower the right hand down, and we'll find a twist. So this time lifting the left arm up, turning the rib cage, right rib cage to left rib cage, left arm up, hips lowering down. Okay, you can stay still like this, or add the exhale, arm circle down, and then big inhale, reach forward, reach up, reach back. Exhale. Good. Looking down if that feels better for the neck. Chin slightly in towards the collarbone if you're dealing with any neck stuff. Good. Of course, you're breathing, right? Big breaths. Last one. Maybe a little heat. All of a sudden I felt a little glow happening over here. Let's lower the left hand down. And we're going to shift the hips back now into that half Hanuman, Ardha Hanuman. Again, flex the toes back so you're on the heel. Bend the knee a lot if you need to, if you're super tight back here and you need to do more yoga. Or straighten the leg, or towards straight, right? So don't force it. Just allow it to move towards straight. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold in. Breathe here, relax. Relax and stay still and just breathe. That's it. That's it. Like I say, breathe more, struggle less. A good one. Maybe later today, when you're doing something like, I don't know, finishing up work or getting into a little bit of a debacle with your toddler, you can say to yourself, breathe more, struggle less. Good. All right, let's go ahead and rebend the left knee now. And simple, we're just gonna step the left knee back toward the right knee. Okay, open the knees up nice and wide, sit back into your child's pose, extend the arms forward, bring your forehead down. And if it feels all right, you wanna move your hips a little bit side to side. All right, take a little sway. This is also really nice for the intercostals and the ribs, the side body. Little sway side to side. And then gently come back up onto all fours. And we're gonna come onto our seat. Okay. So taking your left foot and placing it inside the upper right thigh and flexing your right leg back. So you want a little bit of an opening here. Again, bend this knee if you need to. Inhale, extend, reach the arms up, interlace the hands, clasp. Backs of the hands are facing up toward the ceiling. Take a little twist toward the extended leg and then gently fold forward, reaching for the shin, the calf, or the sole of your foot. Elbows soften down. Forehead rounds towards knee and chin. Now the back of the right hip and seat are externally rotating down as you're turning the ribs away. So see if you can feel that at the same exact time. You keep that leg planted, right? This bent outer leg planted. Inhale, reach, extend the arms forward and up. And we'll switch sides with or without the hands. You can use your hands to help or just use your legs and your low belly. Okay, bend and extended leg if you need to quite a bit. Inhale, reach, lift the rib cage. Exhale, take a little turn as you fold. Just reaching where you can. Maybe for the sole of the foot, elbows bend down to the floor, forehead down. Again, back of this right outer hip and leg. It's like someone is just pushing it down for you as you're turning your rib cage away from that. So, right, your rib cage can turn in lots of different directions. If you're obviously tighter in the musculature and the fascia, it might not be as mobile and fluid, but that's why you're here, right? So the rib cage, right, sits around the spine, and your spine can turn, which is really great. And it also connects into your pelvis. So here we're keeping that pelvis grounded, right, rather than lifting a side of the pelvis, but we're turning the ribs and the spine on the axis of the pelvis. So if you can think of yourself as a skeleton, right, just in time for Halloween, imagine your bones and what's happening there. And we'll inhale, go ahead and reach your arms back up. Exhale, let's place the soles of the feet together here. If you need a little more ease, move the feet further away from your pubic bone, or you can sit up on your cushion. And if you'd like a little more, you can walk the heels closer in towards the low pelvic floor. Rock a little bit from side to side. Maybe move the seat out from underneath you. Get really planted so you'll feel your sits bones. That's the back side of your pelvis. And maybe even a little bit of the pelvic floor. And then interlace the hands underneath the pinky side edges of your feet. Take a big breath. Inhale. Press the outer legs down. Exhale, fold in. Forehead toward the toes. And the elbows are bending back. If you can, press down into the top of those inner thighs. Give yourself a little self-assist. Round your forehead in. And breathe into spaciousness. I've been in Baddha Konasana in my life thousands of times. There are times where it feels so spacious and like I could just take a nap here. And there are times where it has felt so tight, so stiff, so closed. So we go through these seasons, right? You know, over 20 years of practice over here, and I've gone all over the place with my Baddha Konasana. And that's just how it goes, right? It's not a step-by-step process. It's a circuitous process. I'm thankful that right now this actually feels really nice and open. But there was a time not too long ago that it didn't. So, you know. Let's take one more deep breath here. Full exhale. Maybe even let out a sigh. Inhale, crawl yourself back upright. Use the support of the back of your hands or hands to knees to bring the knees together. We'll extend the legs straight forward one more time, kind of like how we started, just so you can check in and see if you feel a little more opening in your hips and hamstrings. Again, move the flesh away so you're right smack dab up on those sits bones. Bend the knees generously. Inhale, reach the arms up. Good. Exhale, fold forward, holding on to shins, ankles, feet, elbows bend, forehead comes down. Check in. How does this feel as compared to the first time that we did this pose? One of the first poses we did about 25 minutes ago. You might be going, wow, yoga works. Look at that. It does. It works. It always works. It always has this really beautiful ability to meet us exactly where we are if we allow it. You know, a lot of times we come in with how we want them. Our mind wants it to like be a certain way and look a certain way or feel a certain way. And then there's the honesty of like letting yoga meet us where we actually are. And there's so much that gets revealed in that. It's so beautiful if you can just shift that for yourself. Like, I'm not going into me to practice yoga. Rah, rah, rah. It's like I'm allowing yoga to practice me. I'm allowing it to show me something, to reveal something, right? That sweet surrender is very powerful, and I really recommend it. Okay, now let's go ahead and inhale, lift ourselves up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart here. And we're going to take a few minutes in our Shavasana. Really important. Please stay for Shavasana. If you have your pillow, you can place it underneath your knees here. Gives you a nice support for your low back. And there's some nice little adjustments you can do in Shavasana to get just right so your body can truly melt down. So go ahead and lie down. And similar to how we started, just kind of want you to just wiggle a little bit, wiggle your thighs in and out. You can even use your hands to move the flesh down away from the low sacrum. And just let that feel really, really good, like everything is splattering out. And then same with the arms, maybe lift, extend, and lift and extend and reach. And then just kind of let it drop where it will. And a little maybe slight tuck of the chin toward the chest, just to feel the back of the neck get long, the back of the skull, and then just let that go. And then inhale, fill all the way up with a really full 3D breath. Then open the mouth. You feel that vibration in your chest. Now here in Shavasana, we want to let go of any controlled or active breath. We're just surrendering back into that normal rhythm of breath that's always there. When we practice surrendering it all down, the body, the mind, the planning and organizing, you remind yourself, man, I do a lot. I do a lot in any given day. This is a gift to myself to just pause. Now, if you aren't in a rush to get back to something, you can stay here a little bit longer and just rest in your Shavasana, feeling how the nervous system, the mind, the brain, everything feels like you've pressed that reset button. If you're ready to come out, you can wiggle the fingers and the toes, reach the arms overhead, give a long, good, big stretch. And then gently hug the knees into the chest here, one then the other, both at the same time. And roll over to your right side, resting your head and your arm for a moment, pausing there. And pressing yourself back upright into your feet. We'll pause on our seat for a moment, sitting up on the cushion if you prefer. Switch the cross of the legs, so you put your non-dominant leg in the front. Then place your left hand on top of your right hand right in your lap. Thumbs gently brace one another. Close your eyes. Observe what stillness is. Observe what embodiment feels like. Being a little more attuned to sensation, towards our breath. And even deeper into our intuition. And making this commitment, promise to yourself for today that you will breathe more and struggle a little bit less. Gently bring the hands to the heart. Soft bow of the chin. Bowing together in gratitude and humbly towards our practice, towards our efforts, and toward all of our Namaste. Namaste, yogis and wellness practitioners. Thank you so much again for joining me today. Again, we're here every Wednesday, same time, same place on the Chill Palm Instagram Live. Follow us on socials if you haven't already. Join our mailing list at chillpalm.com to keep up with all the wonderful playlists, the wellness sessions to support you in your integration and in your own wellness journey. So again, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Allie. It's lovely to meet you, and hopefully I will see you next time. Happy Halloween, happy holidays, all of it, and catch you next time. Namaste.